firmly believe that every single minority group in this country has to have an institution that legally advocates on their behalf and defends their civil liberties.
We've seen well over 2,000 cases in the 5 years that we've been operating.
I was in a jewel store shopping, buying my groceries, when a lady passed me and she made a comment about the Texas shootings.
Something went wrong with my car, so I took it to get it fixed after buying an extended warranty from them. And I was denied for the warranty.
After that, I was checking out at the self-checkout. I had my back turned, and she came from behind me and yanked my scarf, tried to yank my scarf off. She took a big tug at my scarf. I couldn't believe what happened.
Immediately, he goes back and forth, and his boss shouts loud, verbal. Everybody, heard him at the dealership, and he said, "Tell this guy we don't negotiate with terrorists. This is what he's gonna have to take, or otherwise he's not gonna get anything. No negotiation with terrorists."
We contacted CAIR Chicago, and they informed the media. They were there the whole time through my court cases, and they advised me throughout everything, any question that I had.
A Muslim mother calls it a hate crime that took place while she was grocery shopping.
Personal and physical. She was harassed in the grocery store for being Muslim. WGN's Antoine Lewis is live in Tinley Park.
Tinley Park, Amal Abu Samaya says that another woman shouted a slur and tried to rip off her headscarf.
I think it's a very alarming and disappointing development.
Ball says it was a personal and physical attack on her religion because her headscarf is a symbol of her dignity and faith.
She got a misdemeanor battery. She got anger management, $2,500 fine, and she got 200 hours of community service and diversity classes. I wasn't really looking for a harsh sentence for her. I just wanted something that she could learn.
They got the manager who used those words fired, and we had apology from them, and also there was such a settlement done. I think the community needs them big time, especially if small discrimination cases happen. They follow up with them, and they prevent these things from happening. They prevent even bigger companies from discriminating against not even Muslims, but minority of other races that could be harassed or could be discriminated against because of where they came from and what they believe.
What makes CAIR Chicago so special is that we are the #1 place that Muslim individuals come to preserve their civil rights.
The thing that I have to say I love the most is being able to see a resolution to these cases of discrimination. People usually come to us, they have been through something pretty traumatic, something that's taken a toll on them emotionally, sometimes financially, and to be able to give them something that they can take away from their experience, something positive. Not a lot of people can say that about their jobs.
Even though she does not look like what we have presumed the people who want to blow up airlines look like. Ahmed, how do you feel about profiling, if it is the kind of profiling that Michael just mentioned?
The problem with that is very quickly delves into what you just said, which is how did he look like? Behavioral profiling is one thing, how they look like is another. Yeah, how they look like is racial profiling, which I'm not for, but behavioral profiling makes all the sense in the world.
But Ahmed, critics argue, when you think about it, for the most part, all the people who have tried to blow airliners out of the sky pretty much look alike. Look similar.
False.
Have similar.
False information. Not true. The last guy that, I mean, we don't have to go far. The last guy that tried to take down a plane was a young African. And in the past, prior to that incident, we were looking for Middle Eastern-looking men.
Sure.
Next time, it could be an Asian guy. So, no, they don't always look alike.
Right, and you go back a number of years, and it was Timothy McVeigh, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy who...
or Richard Reed, who's half Jamaican, half British.
Okay, there you go.
Civic engagement is a huge component of our faith as Muslims, and that's one reason that I've chosen to work with CAIR Chicago. It's something I personally really believe we need to be a part of the societies in which we live. We need to actually not only be a part of the society, but be active members of it, whether that is attending a school board forum and voicing our opinions there, or regularly calling up our elected officials and making sure that they know that we're keeping track of the decisions that they're making on our behalf in DC.
The Development Department is the newest addition to the CAIR Chicago family. We've obviously been engaged in organizational development since the inception of the organization, but this department is solely engaged in issues of organizational development.
The Communications Department trains Muslim leaders on how to be an effective media spokesperson so that they can get their positive messages out to the public.
We are able to really encourage civic engagement, how we stand up for individuals' rights, particularly the civil and human rights, and also how we're able to bring together different communities and supporters for causes of social justice and grassroots activism.
Muslim Americans have to speak out for ourselves. We can't expect other people to do it for us.
My name is Camille Enriquez, and I'm a communications intern at CAIR Chicago.
My name is Sahar Ahmad. I'm a communications intern.
My name is Sufyan Sohel. I'm a legal clerk.
My name is Chester Gray. I am an operations intern.
I am Ian Bushner, Public Interest Law Initiative Fellow.
My name is Franny Bainline, and I'm a communications intern.
The work I do here all comes together as a whole because I know that in the long run, it's going to definitely affect the way I see the world and the way I see other people.
We're lucky here. We get phone calls, in the legal department from all over the country just because of the reputation we have at CAIR Chicago.
We go beyond just the legal cases at CAIR. We welcome everybody with open arms. Sometimes people just have no place to go, and even if the issue isn't strictly legal, the Civil Rights Department can help them find a solution.
Also inspired by the staff and the interns who come together and work for the same cause.
It's helping me shape my goals for the future.
We have CAIR Chicago that will guide you in the right way, that will tell you what to do, that will protect you.
If something were to happen to me, I have somebody who's behind me that can basically take care of me and look after me.
Personally, I feel that civil rights are human rights for the most part. Individuals should have rights based solely on the fact that they are human beings.
In our daily activism for social justice in Chicago and beyond, we face opposition, some of which is unfair and some of which maligns and demonizes us. And our message to our community and to the world is that we will not back down, we will not falter, we will not wane, we will not be apologetic in our stance for social justice and in our work for making this world a better place, regardless of the opposition that we may face.